Hi everybody, Chris Stokes here from Custom Fitness Personal Training Studio in Amarillo, Texas. And today I wanted to talk with you a little bit about the form and function of a plank. So plank is actually kind of a funny thing to me because it's become an action verb. People go out planking all the time. They'll take pictures and post them on Facebook of planking. Whereas plank is actually a very versatile exercise used to strengthen the core muscles and build endurance through that. So planks can be really great to do. You can do them a million ways, just like everything else. But again, I want to work on some form and technique tips and cues today to kind of help you to get the most out of your plank. They can be done incorrectly just as easily as they can be done correctly. It's just a matter of how much thought and focus you want to put into it. So the more thought that you put into the actual exercise that you're doing, whether it's a plank or something else, the more benefit you're going to get out of it, the more muscle engagement, and the better results you're going to see from it. So a plank is a great way to strengthen the core, whether it is a frontal plank strengthening the front or a side plank strengthening the back, but even into the reverse planks that you do in yoga and things like that. You can build flexibility through those as well. But the strength and endurance through the muscles that you're going to get, there just really aren't a lot of exercises that can compete with that. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go through some tips and tricks. I'm going to have one of our trainers, Hannah, come in and help us out. So come on over. And so she's going to get down into a plank position for us, and we're going to go into a high plank today on our hands and our toes. And Hannah, I'm just going to have you scoot up towards your hands a little bit so we can make sure everybody can see everything. All right, so when we're in this high plank position, what we're looking for is a long, flat spine first off. So if you were to need to modify this position, we could easily drop the knees to the floor or even lower down onto the forearms if we needed to. So this would create a low plank position for someone who's just beginning, but still we're looking for that flat back position here, especially through the shoulder blades. So it's really easy to round through those shoulder blades and kind of hunch the shoulders and push through, but we want to try to flatten that back. And as we do, you'll notice that tummy has to take more of the strain of the exercise. So we want to be sure and engage that core. And when we're engaging, we're talking about belly button to pubic bone. Squeeze it in nice and tight as though you were coughing or sneezing. That's what you want to feel. So we'll go ahead and bring it back up into that high plank position, Hannah. And as we hold here in our plank, we're going to make sure that our hips are down level, that they're not up too high piking here into more of a down dog position, and that they're definitely not sagging down here into this up dog position where we're arched in the back. I'm going to keep that nice level position. So a lot of people think that that's it, that that's your plank and that's all you have to worry about. But there's actually a little bit more that we can do to engage deeper to get better results from our plank. And what we do there is we press our heels back towards the wall behind us while maintaining our shoulders on top of our hands. So if you shift back with the heels and you notice your shoulders come back away from your hands, and we would have to walk the hands back. But as we hold that position there, now we're starting to rely on that core a little bit more. And the next thing that we can do is start to pretend as though we were on maybe a mat or a blanket, and that we were going to squish our hands and feet towards each other. So we don't actually move. Our hands and feet don't go anywhere, but we would actually squish them towards each other. And what that's going to do is create a deeper engagement through that core, causing everything in the middle to contract, to pull in. You're also getting a lot of good lat work there, and you're getting a little bit more of a stretch through the legs by pressing those heels back. Now the same thing could be done on your knees. So if we drop down to our knees, we would still squish the knees and the hands together, creating that same abdominal contraction. So it doesn't have to be in the hardest version of a plank that you can think of, but rather in the most effective and efficient form of a plank that you can physically be in. So we want to always keep you safe. Go ahead and release out, Hannah. Thanks for your help. We want to keep you safe in whatever exercise you're doing. If you perform an exercise in an unsafe way, you're really not going to benefit the body, but rather lead yourself to more harm. So if you'd like our help with tips, tricks, how to make things better for you, more efficient, we at the studio as a team are ready to help you out. Feel free to give us a call, 322-3188, or you can email us at info@customfitness.biz. See you soon.